Hello and welcome back to the table, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Slanted Dice. We sit around here and are waiting for the next episode to begin, but before we could do that, we need to quickly sum up what happened last week? The week before? No, last week.
This week,
yeah. We had a pause at one point. Already seems so far away. So yeah, what happened last week? Anybody know? Our party was at Candlekeep, trying to find a way to get to Hell in order to save Blackwater's parents from the clutches of the Empire.
And potentially Branwolf.
And potentially Brandwolf, because for some reason Blackwater has a hunch that, I don't know. Well, I mean, Brandwolf's dead, and you're carrying around his corpse in a small little amber
Something ought to
stone.
Happen. I mean,
yeah. It's just your usual stuff, your usual dose of D&D. But yeah,
I mean, if we don't find him, we can probably get some sort of deal with one of the demons.
Well,
like
maybe
swap another soul or something and get him back alive.
trade the amber for some goodies.
No. Get Branwolf back alive and, I don't know, trade the soul of your parents or something like that.
The way things are going, you probably would offer the Don.
Hey, that's
yes,
an idea.
because you did.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
You did make a new friend last
week.
We did.
Yes. Well, I wouldn't consider myself to be a friend after the last episode, but yes, for those who haven't found out yet, I'm the great Don Alfonso. I love myself more than anyone else loves me in the group, and so that's why I have not been really accepted, but I'm a bard, and I'm very quick with the rapier and my mouth, and probably the latter was too much. So that's how they met up. With the great Don Alfonso.
Even so, you managed, even though there was some discord among you, you managed to retrieve a tuning key from the catacombs and the riddles that were posed to you, and return that to the Eladrin Ethel Leonine, the lore master, in her study, who has now started to transcribe the plane shift spell slowly but surely onto a big stone ring in her chambers. And as the last few runes are settling, you standing there together with the Dawn, she turns around with a slight, ever so slightly, still a slight smirk on her lips, kind of just resting down the piece of chalk, looks at you and says, "Well, whenever you're ready to take on this journey, I will be able to open this rift, this portal to Avernus for you. Is there anything else you still have to do or want to take care of?"
Yes, actually.
Do we?
Do we?
Well,
everybody turns around.
Does anyone know anything about Avernus?
I believe the awareness of Avernus is not that high. What a great wordplay. I'm a bard. I'm a bard.
Well, it certainly seems that for some of you, planar travel might be the first. Has any one of you ever left the prime material plane as we know it before?
Is it like sailing a ship?
Well, didn't we all leave that plane when we had a chat with our hag friend?
So maybe planar travel might not be that new to some of you. Nevertheless, it would be a good idea to maybe familiarize yourselves with the concepts of the Nine Hells, in particular Avernus, and of course its denizens. You should also be in the know of the everlasting blood war that is happening in this first layer of the Hells. But of course, the libraries of Candlekeep are vast and knowledge is to be found here. I am an expert in such things as well. But heed my words, travelers, you should not go unprepared. Avernus is a different kind of place with different rules, and some concepts as you might find them here on the plains might not work as you would know them down there.
Could you be a bit less cryptic about those rules and concepts?
Well, time, for one, is steady in a way, but as we know it, day and night here in Revelia, for example, they are not present within the Hells. Then there is, of course, the issue of sustenance, as the vast wastelands are death, full of ash, and inhospitable to normal mortals. Just to name a few.
So we have to go shopping before we go to hell.
I believe
It would be a good idea to stock up, I'm sure.
Tiala, weren't you able to
Tiala,
conjure food?
Yeah.
Sustenance? Maybe?
Well, the
I
Don
can't remember.
The Don is a good cook, but I do need things to cook. I can cook for many and make succulent meals, but I can't do that with ash. So we'd have to take rations or something with us, which I can enhance with my knowledge.
How many rations I have?
I mean, I can make good berries. That's basically food.
But you can make them out of thin air or arcane energy or stuff like that, right?
Good berries are definitely some way to ease the pain. The pain of hunger you might have to endure down in these depths.
Sure.
Also, food as we know it
10 rations.
might spoil as well. This is Avernus we're talking about. The plane of lawful evil. The plane where the everlasting blood war is taking place. Death, blood, for all eternity, has twisted this place from what it has been eons ago.
Yeah, regarding that blood war, what's happening there? I mean, I don't want to stumble onto a huge battlefield of two opposing forces and just be stuck in the middle of them.
Then possibly Avernus isn't the best place for you to visit, Dwarf.
All right.
The Blood War itself is an ever-raging ancient conflict between the demons of the Fade that are encroaching on the territory of the devils of the Nine Hells. And it has been a conflict that has been known to us since the Primal Age, a dark time when the prime material plane had not fully developed yet. It's a massive conflict spanning entire planes of reality, to be honest, and hosting an almost infinite number of participants. But the main site of the majority of conflicts pertaining to the Blood War is Avernus, the first layer of the Nine Hells.
Lady, if someone was to be, let's say, snatched or kidnapped away and taken to hell, would they end up in the same place? Would they be in the first ring of hell, or could you never say where they would end up if they get taken to hell? Asking
for a friend.
No, asking for my beloved Mona. That's the reason why I want to go to hell, because she was kidnapped by devils and taken.
Well, where the devils have taken her, I cannot say with certainty. All I know is that with the tuning key you brought me and my preparations, my portal will take you to the first layer of Avernus. I can only slightly pinpoint the location of where you might be, although the concept of space is something. And actually, and you see her, she turns around and reaches over to one of the side bookshelves, and she pulls out this huge scroll that she brings to a table near you and unfolds it. And I'm going to share that with you very quickly over here in Roll20.
Moment, let's change over here.
This is one of the only, I wouldn't say complete, but a rather formidable attempt at a map of the first layer of the Nine Hells.
Oh.
Its maker went insane after doing so, and these markings and locations you see are only to be considered points, but in no relation to each other. As I said, the concept of space in Avernus is something that is not everlasting. It flows at one point in time. One particular point of interest, for example, might be 2 miles away, and the next day it might be 60. It is hard to... Yes.
Must we all go through at the same time, or is step
No,
to the
I
portal
can
at once? Or
I can open the portal now. I can close it again with the tuning key in hand. That is not an issue. I can open it a couple of times per day.
And while we are having, sorry,
Yeah.
no, go ahead.
Don Alfonso kind of turns around because he doesn't want to wait. He wants to get to his Mona, and since he can use, then he's going to more or less say, well, if it's all right with you, I will bid adieu, and I will go through, because I'm not going to wait. I want to be reunited with my Mona, and I really don't care, because I'm really not welcome in this bunch anyway. And so I would step through first. And maybe I'll be a victim, maybe I'll be a happy champion.
Do we want to wait?
If that is what you wish.
Do we want to prepare?
And you see her already raising like a finger and kind of...
I can wait, but I don't want to wait forever. I want to get this done with. I want to find my Mona.
Like I said, it's no issue in helping you pass through, closing the portal, and waiting for whenever the rest of these weary travelers is ready to pass on to the next plane.
I'm ready.
I would at least get some rations, some water. Maybe I don't know, copy that map, that we have some sort of reference.
Sure. I guess that means
not an issue. You see her like putting her hand above the map itself and kind of raising it slowly, and in like a ghostly form you see pieces of parchment that almost as if, you know, when something's burning, these layers of ash kind of just float up, and they float up from the map and make like this perfect exact copy and then harden again, and then she takes it and hands it to you. Freon. So you can write down map of Avernus. Anyway, and she continues like with her index finger just ripping through the air, and you see this little crack, this tear opening up, and then just moving off to the side. And you see the standing closest to us, Don, that like past it, there's like a weird bend in light, and immediately what hits you is this smell of putrid ash, and you see like winds that kind of billow and just blow out a few bits and pieces almost of like ash and snow, but at the same time something sucking the air into this portal. And what you see is just a desolate wasteland of a black smoke-filled sky red blood-soaked earth that just seems vast and empty from this look currently that the portal is giving you.
The Don turns around, waves to everybody, and says, well, then as they say in some of these songs, I'll see you on the other side.
Before you turn, I throw to you a pouch.
I catch it. And it is?
150 gold pieces.
You're a good man, Admiral. May we spend these together soon. I hope to see you on the other side.
Hope so as well.
And then, when we're through hell, I will buy that next bottle of wine.
It'll be on me.
Adieu. Oh. So I did make friends. But I hope to see you. Here I go. And he turns around and is the first to step through. I don't know if you follow, but...
So the Don just kind of vanishes. The whole tear kind of ripples in the vision it gives you and then becomes stable again. And she turns around to the rest of you. Shall I leave it open, or do you want to still consider preparing yourselves for what's ahead?
I still have a few questions, though.
No issue. She just simply waves and the whole portal kind of just closes back and vanishes. And just this light smell of almost sulfur in the air remains.
How would we get back?
That is something I cannot help you with in particular.
Cool.
I am sure there are many powerful beings among those living in Avernus, but another small little hint you should take to heart is, of course, be careful who you are dealing with, what you are dealing on, and what it is you are dealing about. Because keep in mind, whoever goes to hell is already in very dangerous territory, and if you, by some will or reason, forfeit your soul, it'll be very hard abiding by the lawful evilness of the plane for you to return in one piece. Oftentimes, not everybody stepping through a portal such as this comes back. For why this is a reason, only legends know.
But
and
it
those
is
that
possible.
don't return. It is possible, yes. There have been, and you see the kind of little smirk coming back on her face. There are some that have returned, and she kind of looks off to the side, and you see on one of the far side of the rooms, there's like a bunch of little pillows on the floor, and there's like one big blanket wrapped around something, and you see it suddenly moving a little bit.
What you're hiding there under your pillows? Is that one of those things that returned?
Oh, this over here. And she just gently does another gesture, and you see the blankets kind of uncovering something as they fall to the side. And you see what looks to be at first glance, something quite small and golden in its appearance. You see what looks to be like golden fur. And as whatever this thing is kind of turns around, you suddenly see two little wings in the back that sprout out. You see big floppy ears to the side and a small little trunk. And it looks to be like a very small, of what you would best know it, a very small elephant with wings in gold. And you see it giving off this little yawn And then immediately all of you hear a high-pitched, very young voice in the back of your mind that just goes, "Well, hello."
It's so cute.
And you see it kind of starting, the wings on the back starting to flutter up, and it kind of floats up and floats next to Ethel. And Ethel just points to this being and says, "This is Lulu. Lulu has been a denizen of the plane of Avernus for quite some time. Isn't that right, Lulu?" And again, she only answers in this telepathic way. "Yes, I was with, I think, an angel. Sariel, that was her name. I was down in Avernus with Sariel when she assembled her army of Hell Riders all this time ago to attack Avernus. Through the gate we went, tearing through devils like song through air, and victory was within our grasp until some of the Hell Riders betrayed us. They retreated through the gate and sealed it behind them. But before she was captured, Sarah told me to hide her sword so that it wouldn't fall into evil hands. Someone also helped me hide the sword, but I don't remember who. I do remember that we found a place to hide it as well, but I don't remember where. And I also escaped Avernus. I'm sure of that. But I don't remember how. Most of my memory's gone, and I don't remember why." And she just frowns a little bit. Does a sad fly in place. Sad hovering.
Were you always a tiny little golden flying elephant? Do you remember that?
She kind of looks around at her. She's a little chubby, looking around at her body. "I think so." And Ethel just says, "As you can see, Lulu's memory is not what it once was. I was maybe hoping of having her accompany you to Avernus, and it might jog her memory again in what transpired there, because I am certain after my past studies that Sariel has something to do, as we've already established, with the contract of Thavius Krieg, with the vanishing of both of our rebellion cities."
Oh, I think her Grace would be highly delighted to have Lulu at her side and take care of her. Isn't that right, Your Grace?
Your Highness.
Who's a queen? Lulu says.
What?
I point to Tiala.
And she just floats up to you right in front of your face, Tiala. "You're a queen?"
No, I'm not.
Oh. And she kind of is very sad again. And her
But I'm
ears
a
hang
princess.
down. A princess? Oh, well, I'm sure that I can maybe be of some help and kind of help you guys out a bit. Maybe even protect you. I know that I had some abilities, but I can't really remember how any of this stuff works.
You remember returning from hell? You remember how you did it?
I don't remember how. I do know that I did.
Right.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
You sound like Fuddle.
It wouldn't be possible to keep the gate open that we can return the same way.
Well, I can keep it open for maybe a couple of minutes. There's two reasons for this. First of all, opening a gate to such a foul place, while hell isn't as bad as you would say, for example, opening a gate to the Fade, there's always a chance of something powerful coming through into our world, and we want to avoid this, of course, in the heart of Candlekeep. But the other thing is, while time will feel the same to you, minutes, seconds, and hours will pass, there does not seem to be a strict linear correlation to our time. So whatever these 5 minutes that I can give you mean to you in Avernus, we will have to see. It could be that it only lasts for 5 seconds for you. It could also mean that it lasts for 5 years.
Would you be willing to take that risk?
You've shown great strength in mind and wit, and also trust in yourself and also in others. People that you just met by retrieving the tuning key. So yes, this is the least that I can do. I would be willing to keep it open for 5 minutes.
We can... Sorry.
While
we
we're
can try
having that
something
chat,
out.
sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. While we're having that chat, would I be able to draw or to copy the runes that she used to draw on the ground for the gate?
Yeah. Well, make an Arcana check.
We'll make our own rift with blackjack.
With blackjack and hookers. Arcana, I have that. 18.
18. You're able to note down the runes. You can note down like the knowledge about the runes for a plane shift spell.
Yeah.
You're not quite sure yet how they all work together and how it like uses the mechanics of a tuning key in particular, because that part's not really coming to you. Or is like, without further studying the whole spell and everything for longer periods of time, not quite clear. But for now, that's what you can grasp at least.
Yeah, sorry, Alton.
No, it's fine. So are we trying to figure out the temporal difference between here and hell? Because if that's the case, we just have to tie a clock around a string, throw it out for a second, take it back in, see how much time has passed.
Good luck with that, Ethel says. Don't you think that there were many magisters and researchers and plane explorers that tried to do the same before?
And what was the result?
Chaos. The utmost vicinity of the rift of the Fade. You will have to know that the river Styx flows through all layers of the 9 hells. And at the same time, the river Styx is to put it in simple words, another rift to the Fade of where the demon forces sprawl from. And being this close to the chaotic plane that is the Fade, which you might have only visited in your dreams before, it kind of breaks even the lawful concepts of a lawful evil plane such as the Hells.
Right. Okay.
So as I said, we cannot be for certain. It's a possibility that I'm giving you, but not a guarantee.
So we have to... Yeah, we just have to assume it's a one-way ticket.
in all of this conversation, Donald Fons is aged 20 years.
I thought they were coming after me, oh boy. Well, fuck them all.
Well, if that's the case, Mona's probably dead after the trials, honestly. So yeah.
Well, I'm ready whenever you are. Just tell me when to go, and I'm sure Ethel will open will open the portal for us.
Do you have any idea, Alton, where to look for your parents?
Yeah, through that rift over there. That's all I can offer. I'm sorry. I've never been to this place.
Did you lose your parents?
A manner of speaking?
That's not very nice. I'm sorry for your loss.
I know.
When did you come back, Lulu? Was it recently?
Yeah, Ethel answers. She returned to us probably a month or so ago.
Lulu, have you seen like a big city appear somewhere in Avernus? Like all of a sudden.
Make a persuasion check.
$19.
19. I remember one big city, yes, with a big black orb atop it. The city didn't look quite right, but my memory is very fuzzy on the details.
But would you be able to lead us there?
I think so, once I spot it, yes.
Oh, once we spot it, we could get there.
Well, I mean, Avernus is a very, I don't know, a very big place. It's always good to keep an eye out for landmarks.
Well, I mean, that might be a point where to start, because if that's Elturel, then Horgrim's Gate is probably not too far off, if the same or somehow the same distance exists down there.
Yeah, if we find either, we at least have some sort of reference.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
And let's go.
Being said, yeah, I'm ready to go. I don't know if you guys want to get anything, but I'm ready to go.
You don't want to buy any food or anything? Or
I've
get
got
water?
food and water.
I still have some rations, yeah.
Can you, like, create food?
I
don't need anything, but I'm just looking at you and especially him over there. And she kind of, her trunk points to Blackwater. He looks a little thin.
I can create food and water. I think we should be
because
good.
that's very important, because the water, it tastes like crap.
Oh, you can create water as well, Wilding. Okay.
Well, not right now, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow.
Well,
Are we?
yeah.
Leon, you look uncertain.
Ethel also says, you can also return to my chambers tomorrow if you need a night's rest on this.
But, I mean, if time just goes by in like longer strides in Avernus, then
it might also
Alton's
go
parents,
in quicker strides in Avernus.
We don't know, yeah. But then your parents might be down there for 20 years already, or for 10 seconds.
Exactly, we don't know until we see.
I'm just a bit worried that, I mean, what if we are stuck there? Do you want to be stuck there? I don't.
Oh, I would love to, yeah. Right now, my mind is all about getting in there, getting my parents. Everything that comes after, we'll just improvise. Which has worked so far. We went towards the hag unprepared.
That's very good.
Thanks, little...
At least that's what Zerial did.
Elephant.
Well then, yeah, let's go. What the hell?
That's a good one. What the hell?
What's the worst that can happen?
We die.
We could all die.
Our souls get ripped apart. That's the worst that could happen.
Or somebody loses his freedom.
Yeah. Well, let's go then.
All right.
No?
So,
Alton?
Yeah,
Tiana?
yeah. I'm on my way. I'm standing in front of
Okay.
the runes.
I
okay.
peek my head through the portal as soon as it opens. But just my head.
Well, Ethel traces the line in the air again, and again the similar portal as before opens. And she turns to you and says, "You have 5 minutes. Farewell. I hope to see you again soon, whenever that may be for you." Fast forward 3 years in real life campaign.
I thought I forgot the pot on the fire. I might need to quickly.
The portal is open at this point.
I walk in first.
Okay,
Do it.
black water gone.
It was fun. Bye, guys.
I peeked my head through. Did something funny happen?
Your
It
head
feels
ages 20
very
years.
weird, and you feel your body slowly but surely being pulled in to whatever this force is that's holding this portal open, basically.
I
Well,
go through as well.
okay, as you go through, Lulu also just gives a little and also just enters behind Tiala.
Yeah.
Ethel looks at you, Frion.
I thank you for your help, and maybe we'll meet again.
I surely hope so.
And steps through as well.
You all have this rushing sensation of somewhere your body being tossed around. You feel kind of like bodies hitting you, and you're guessing it's probably your other party members, and you're kind of like slowly starting to grab them to keep together. And there's just some very violent force that rips you around and turns you and spinning you. You see colors, flashes of white, red, black, without anything to really make heads or toes of what there is in front of you. Branwolf, after waking up in a desolate wasteland of red earth, a fever kind of gnawing on your mind and body, or is this your body? You're not quite sure. But you wander almost like in a fever dream, have been wandering for how long you cannot really tell. You know that you heard something, the sound of battle, the sound of dying men, something that is akin to you, something that kind of draws your attention, draws you in, so that's something you've been following. But after days, hours, maybe minutes, you slump to the ground, unable to continue, unable to utilize your strength that maybe seemingly has left your body. You're not quite sure. However, in the darkness, without waking up, you hear snarky voices. You hear what sounds like bodies being dragged across Earth. You feel something grabbing you as well, being heaved onto something. You smell rotten and burnt wood, maybe. You smell blood, very familiar smell. And you smell iron and ash. You hear snarky voices again, some shouts, and your mind goes blank once more. And after, you can't quite tell how long, another point in time, at a later date, you wake up once more. You can't quite open your eyes yet, because something bright is outside. You hear screams, shouts, something that sounds like rumbling, and then suddenly you feel it yourself as well. The ground you're lying on, but it's not ground. You're looking kind of below and feeling around. You feel parts of bodies, limbs severed, full bodies below you, and you kind of touch yourself as well. You look down on your shoulder, and you see what seems to be almost like 3 large streaks, almost as if some large talon ripped into you, and the scars that it left behind almost look blackened and burnt, dead almost. This certain part of your skin just looks like dead, blackened, scarred flesh. And as you kind of like take a look around, you see there's a street in front of you. A cobblestone street, broken in parts. There's ruins around, fires burning. There's an ever so slight rain, snow almost, of ash coming down. You hear distant shouts. There's fire crackling around you. And you hear this loud noise of almost something being ripped open in the air, 20 or so feet away from you, and you see a large light that opens up, a tear, as suddenly familiar faces. First, a halfling, Blackwater was his name, stumbles down, and right behind him a wood elf, something small and golden floating behind her, and another familiar face, a dwarf that stumbles through this portal as it kind of like closes a little bit behind you, but still seems open. The rest of you also see this scene. You spill in onto a street. You're not quite sure where this is. This is definitely, it looks like a man-made city in ruins. There's buildings that are kind of leaning against each other, partly broken down. The first thing that hits you is this large wave of heat. Immediately, all the clothes that you are carrying, everything just becomes heavy and hot. You are really hot. The ash, the cinders that are just kind of floating through the air leave small little burns in places on your skin that is open to the air. Your immediately the first thing that you take, the first breath, is filled with smoke, and you see that you're currently standing on what looks to be an intersection of a road of a city that you don't know. And in front of you down this road there is a huge broken down, looks almost like a cart of burnt, partly still embering wood. And behind the cart there are several chopped up, some still whole bodies. And on top of them lies a familiar man, a Skilfing warrior, who looks a little bit malnourished, who looks older than before. His hair now white as the snow, where the last few bits of, I think it was black before. Brandwolf, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Where he would usually have a few hints of black in there. It's now snow white, all of it. The only black left on his body are these 3 talon-like streaks across his chest and shoulder of dead, scarred skin. He's wearing a loincloth and nothing else, and seems pretty battered and almost has a kind of like sick look to him.
So I do recognize him, even though I'm absolutely beat.
Yeah.
But I do seem to recognize them, that these were
You recognize them.
My friends.
You do recognize that you know these people. You have a history with them. You are not sure if they are from another life. The last few, you're still thinking in days.
Yeah.
Are kind of fuzzy. You don't quite remember how you got here. The last thing you do remember from your time on the prime material plane or Revelia was that you've been battling orcs. You're not quite sure if these people were there with you, but any details after that you can't recall. But you do know their names, and you know that you were friends, partners, something along those lines.
Okay. Well, I try to approach them, try to get off this cart of death.
Yeah, you do feel kind of like dizzy and woozy because you're not sure how long you've been lying there, but you do hold your own.
Okay, kind of get up and try to take my long, unkempt white hair behind me and the scraggly beard and see that they might recognize them and kind of flash them a smile. Say, hey, where the fuck were you? No. I said, well, we meet again. Even though I'm very, very weary. It's just like even talking at the moment seems to be hard.
I'll have a look around first, like check out what there's. Like it's the road and bodies and nothing else.
Mm-hmm. Make a perception check.
It looks like a trap. I don't trust that whole setup.
Can I join Freon?
Sure.
And check out the place.
Have him roll with advantage.
Oh, okay.
Blackwater is just sad. Straight up
18.
depressed.
18. What you notice, Freon, the buildings around you are definitely imperial. You haven't been to the city before, but the street you're currently on is almost like a T-point crossing. And that's in the middle of where this broken down cart, the heap, the pile of corpses, and Branwolf is. You then look onward, and you see the streets currently from where you are standing definitely seem desolate, empty. Kind of like giving a perceptive hearing to the whole situation. You hear battle noises. You hear the clanging of metal. You hear screams, shouts. While some seem to be coming from the city, there's just something that's off about it. There's something that just doesn't quite sound right. And while you're looking around the place, suddenly there's this shivering sensation beneath your feet. And suddenly the ground just partly tilts. You hear rumbling all throughout the city, and almost the sound of metal being pushed against stone. All of you fall to the ground. You try to keep at your feet, but you all fall down, and what you're experiencing seems to be a very violent series of quakes that, as sudden as they started, stop again. While they were going on, you see bits and pieces of other buildings falling down, and you also see bits and pieces of the cobblestone floor you're standing off just breaking off. You see, looking down the road, there's what looks to be a river of lava flowing through parts of the city and then just running off to the side into the void. And looking through the bits and pieces, there's like a relatively large chunk about 30 or so feet from you away. Looking down there, you can now see what gives you this other sensation of battle noises. looking down, you see probably, it's hard to see with all the smoke, but a good couple of miles, maybe 1 or 2 below you, an army of bodies. You see writhing, just bodies fighting. And this is where the noise is coming from. You see also overlooking this part where it just drops off this whole city, you see that you are kind of in a lower, you're guessing half of the city. There seems to be another half of it further to what you're guessing. Well, you can't guess if it's west, east, or whatever. On the other side of the city where you're standing on, there looks to be another half of the city. And this side looks different, though. This looks even a bit more, a tad familiar. You recognize what looks to be temples and churches, a certain district you visited before, back in Horgrim's Gate, right next to the High Hall in Horgrim's Gate that kind of just overlooks this. But it's some weird, twisted version of the Horgrim's Gate you knew, because it's intertwined with this city that you don't know. And it kind of like almost as if it would be merged together. And you see that anchoring and going away from different sides of your half of the city, of the other half, are large iron chains, bigger than anything you've ever saw. And these chains are anchored to somewhere into the depths below, where you just see what looks to be this army of bodies fighting each other. There is a silver kind of line that goes through the landscape down below, which is hard to see with smoke, these clouds of smoke just billowing here and there. And these chains seem to be anchored somewhere below. And you see glaring like an evil dark eye above both of these cities, this large black orb that just crackles with what seems to be electricity or so. And every now and then you see strikes of lightning that hit different parts of the city and ignite big fires in the place where they struck. But currently except for the quake that you just experienced, the street that you're standing on seems to be pretty quiet.
Well, I still want to approach them, recognizing them as my friends, and so that they don't think that I'm just a ghost or an apparition, trying to see if I can remember and talk to them, and look towards Blackwater and say, "You're Alton Blackwater, and you're Freon, my dwarven friend, and that's Tiala. Are you all dead?"
And I'm Lulu.
She contacts you telepathically.
Oh. I can't remember you, but
I can't remember a bunch of things.
you seem to be friendly.
Oh yes, I'm very friendly.
If I remember correctly, I'm Branwolf, and we were adventurers together. And I think I'm dead. So are you all dead as well?
No, we're not. We came here to save you.
No. So you do remember me. Okay.
Yes, of course.
Because I have no idea how long I've been here. I can't remember what happened. I remember fighting orcs.
That was the church bell going off in the distance.
calling the souls.
There's a single church bell just wailing above the city.
Ding, ding.
You see just this haphazardly bell kind of in the billowing wind, crying its once so proud song.
And I seem to remember a skilfing woman, but that's all. I can't remember much else.
I look for the little piece of oh shit.
Amber?
Amber, where Brandwolf is inside.
Mm-hmm.
Do I still have that?
You still
Is
have
he still
that.
inside?
He's still inside. Resting as ever.
Touch it.
I toss it to him.
Make a dexterity check, Brandwolf.
You toss it to me, okay?
It goes down the sewer.
Yeah. Into the
Clink!
lava.
Whee!
Oh, no, wait a minute. See, that is...
Oh, would be a shame if you lost the ember to the
I
void
have to
below.
check because I have new Brandwolf Reborn or not quite reborn. Do I have any of my things yet at the moment?
You have the same skills and
Got the
everything,
same
but you
skills,
have
but I have
zero
nothing else.
equipment.
I got no equipment. I'm butt naked except
Butt
for a
naked for a
loincloth.
loincloth.
And I got long white hair.
Exactly.
Dexterity, I'm good at dexterity now. +2. So that would be a 16.
Yeah, you kind of like catch it and with one hand don't, but with the second one you catch it just before it like drops into one of these holes right next to you, down into the raging battle miles below you.
I look at it. What's this, friend Freon? A doll?
I think that belongs to you.
I kind of look at it and see that it's
Yeah. You recognize
me
yourself.
in amber and full gear. And little bitty Leroy's and Jenkins in there. Itty bitty little ones.
And
Yeah, but
all
you-
the gold.
And all of the gold. Yeah, a big ass backpack.
Should have
full of
looted the
For
friggin'
the love
barbarian.
of God,
Big
please come
back
back.
of
Next time somebody dies, loot
Yeah.
them immediately.
But I had all your things. By matter of fact, I even written it down. That's a pretty good. I think 3,500 gold and 500
mine,
silver.
It's all
Yeah. I got all your treasure.
What the
No
fuck
problem.
happened to you?
I have no idea. I remember fighting, and we were fighting orcs, and across I remember a skilfing woman. I don't know why.
You remember one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Black feathers. That's it.
Yes, and I remember black feathers, and I kind of feel up on my throat, and there's a big scar.
Yeah.
It's an old scar already, a battle scar. Looks like you never know, but it looks like someone had cut my throat. I remember. I see, and then I look down, and this is new. And I see on my chest the three claws of talon marks.
Do you remember our old friend that we lost?
Old friend that we lost. Now Brian Burgess, the player, is trying to remember. This is off the. All listeners, please. This is just the old man who's playing, trying to remember. Do you mean our dwarven friend, who we all were together? Gundren, Rockseeker, who brought us together.
Is he still alive?
I think he's still alive.
He's still alive, yeah.
So I don't know what my
we don't
dwarven
know.
friend is getting to, what he's trying to hint at. But wait, we did lose. I remember a dragonborn. His name was Lucian, who fought with us. I remember him. And I remembered that I had a filthy book where you all laughed at me about. That was a good book.
I think you might need to have a chat with Alton about that.
Okay. So, but if you're wondering if I can only say I am me, even though my mind is a bit foggy and I've definitely lost a lot of weight, Once again, speaking in character, not the real gamer, who's fat as fuck. And yeah, so it's me, friend Freon. You can touch me on the butt if you don't believe me, but it's very.
He remembers that as well.
After that sentence, I believe
fits
you.
him.
It's very thin. It's not as
chunky
chunky as it used to be.
Just making sure, you know.
No, I am me. I'm
This
not
is
an apparition.
Very odd.
And if I feel myself, I'm not a ghost.
No,
but I have.
I want to touch him.
No.
I want to go over and touch him.
I have no.
Touch
me, baby, touch me.
There's definitely something there.
Yeah, I feel the heat, even though it doesn't burn me. I feel cold, even though as if I have no life in me. And I have for days or months, I don't know how long I've been here, I have no hunger pains and no thirst.
Nope.
No.
If we look backwards, is the gate still there?
You see what looks to be like a faint little like tear. It's not open, since it seems to react whether you're in the vicinity or not, but it's still visible.
Guessing by Branwolf's visible age, unless death has something to do with it, I would say that time runs way slower here.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I do look much older than I
Faster.
was.
Way faster. Yes, the
Yeah,
other way around.
faster, yeah. Yeah, it was faster,
50-50 chance.
because I look like I've gained about 10 years on me, but
That's it, yeah.
At this point, who has the highest passive perception? I think Tiala.
probably.
Not me. I think it's Tialo, yeah.
17.
I've got 15.
I think I have 19 or...
Yeah.
Yes,
8.
19.
Tiala, you hear off to the right of where you're standing, you hear suddenly a scream of a woman. And you see suddenly around the corner of the still standing structure further down the road, a woman with what looks to be like partly torn, partly burned clothes, almost like peasant-like in her appearance. The face smeared with ash. There's a little bit of blood on one of her lips, and she's like running out of this almost alleyway, you could say, with what looked to be 2 toddlers on her arms, and she's running towards you. And you see that in her wake, 3 what look to be like very infernal looking monsters with big glaives and these snake-like tendrils for beards that kind of hiss and come behind her, and these fiends seem to be laughing very snarkily and chasing her. And she just runs. You see, as she comes closer, terror in her eyes, and just screams, "Help! Please!" And she just keeps running towards you.
I spin around, take out my short sword, toss it to Branwolf, and hope he catches it.
Yeah, easy enough. It's a bit bigger and.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You still know how to handle these?
I do a kind of a flip it on. Yeah.
It's a small sword, but
it's
better than nothing.
It's better than nothing. I've got nothing on me except my loincloth and now a sword. And I try and I say, "Thanks you," and let's see if I still remember how to wield the steel. And since I'm already dead, I can't die, I guess. So let's see with these fiends.
Yeah, you see the
try to get in between.
The woman kind of like running past you and hiding behind the broken down cart. And you see the 3 fiends kind of just slowing down. And one of them saying, "Look, boys, something's come between us and our prey." And I need you all to roll for initiative at this point.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Well, last time one of us died.
Well, I'm already dead. I don't think much can happen there. I have to see what the DM has to say, how I fight, or what I fight.
Well, you're proficient with short swords as well. It's a normal weapon, so you just add your usual, your d20 plus your whatever your strength is, plus your proficiency bonus for the attack roll.
So I have a 19 with initiative.
Hang on. All right, we have 25 to 20.
20.
20. All right. 15 to 20.
19.
All right. 10 to 15.
At 12.
12. And then that brings us to Blackwater.
9.
9. All right. Good. Then, I already switched to our map. The devils are currently, you see them definitely wearing these kind of big, bearded glaives almost. And they seem to be very nimble on their feet, and they're just like running along this main street as well. So Freon, it's you up first with Branwolf afterwards.
Where did the part of the landscape break off?
That's behind you, further down the road. That's
okay.
Several hundreds of feet down the road.
Okay. Yeah, need to check how far away they are. Right. I'm gonna step a bit towards them. Use my bonus action to cast Hicks on the first one.
Okay.
On
the number 1.
Well, on the one closest into on this.
Yeah, this guy here.
This one. Yeah. And then
Hicks.
I'm gonna give him disadvantage on wisdom. Where's my
disadvantage on wisdom? This Viz. Got it.
Oh shit, they're not close enough. Yeah, and then it's gonna be Eldritch Blasts. They're not close enough yet. Hang on, need to look for the correct dice. This one and this one. I think. No, that's the wrong one.
Yeah, so you see the commoner woman, she's like right over here, hiding and taking both of the children into her protective arms. Just in an embrace, waiting for this to be over.
So one is a natural 1.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah. And the other one is a natural 20.
So while the first one strikes out, it kind of like, there's something to it. It's different trying to aim. This was the first spell you've ever tried in this new landscape and new plane, and it kind of just shoots off to the side and just kind of arcs down right into the floor, exploding near one of the other carts and rubbles that are around. And you see it creates what seems to be another kind of hole-like area right around here that leads down into the void below.
This is interesting.
All right. Anything else?
No. The natural 20 doesn't hit?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, right. The natural 20 hits, definitely. Go ahead and roll double the damage die.
Double damage, right?
Double the damage die, and then add your bonus on it.
Yeah.
These are all aimed for the first one, right? The first
Yeah.
of these devils, bearded devils. All right. The hex also happens immediately, right?
I did that first, so
Yeah,
it's my
got
bonus
it.
action.
Yeah.
Hang on. An 8, 17. Do I add? Because I do get to the. Oh no, never mind.
You
I
roll
don't
double the damage die and then add the bonus afterwards, after doubling.
Yeah. Okay. 27.
27, all right. If the first one just resulted in this crash and big gaping hole in the street ground, the second one hits this guy right in the chest, and you hear him roaring with pain. And suddenly some fear that also... You catch this very, very quickly, Freon. There's a fear that wasn't on this particular devil's face before, in his eyes. But as quickly as it came, he kind of like shrugs it off again and just...
And I'll like to step back a bit.
Alright. Yeah, you still have your full movement.
Yeah.
Oops.
That's it then for me.
Alright. Then Branwolf.
Well, I just now have to get back into roll 20. I just threw myself out. But I would like to, I guess, which one is closest to me? And how
Well,
far
you
am I
have...
away?
What's your movement without armor?
Without armor, I've got 40 feet.
Okay,
I got 40 feet.
So
40
if you
speed.
dash, you can get all the way up to here, but you won't be close enough. Or you can start dashing across the whole.
Be right there. Come on, loading.
Street.
There we go. Here I am. Okay, I'm back. Now I can see. Okay, so I'm here, and you just shown me. I'm gonna slow this.
Yeah, I can do it again.
Okay,
I don't know if
so
you see it
40
now.
feet. Yeah, but there's I guess I'll do that and give myself kind of positioned there, and I guess that's all since I.
Yeah, you can still dash and use another 40 feet as your action to dash.
Yeah, that's true. Let me dash.
So you can come up over to here, to this area. Why is my clicking not working?
Here, or here?
Yeah, right there. There you go.
There. Okay,
Perfect.
good. Yeah, so kind of get closer to the fiends.
All right.
And just kind of give them my most evil look. Even though they're hell fiends, they don't care much for dead barbarians.
All right,
Okay.
that brings us to them. The first one is going to make his way towards you, Branwolf.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, they also have a speed of 30. Is going to run over here. Ah, mouse. There we go. I think it was here. And the second one is going to make his way and try to flank you. You see both of them trying to corner you and dance their way around them. Up close, you now see them also wearing these kind of like ornate brown loincloths with some very rudimentary golden armor, but mostly like a naked purple-skinned torso, bound back, dark greenish hair, and these... You see the first one now in front of you as he's like kind of moving his glaive around, maybe to distract you, you're not sure, but one of these tendrils of his beard kind of like slings out towards you, and he tries to hit you for... That's going to be a 20 to hit.
Yeah, well, I have normal armor class 17, but I'm absolutely naked. I don't know, do I have to take anything off that, or?
Probably, if you're not wearing anything.
Because the armor class, I think, was with
think
my scale mail. So I should.
I think it should
probably
be. I
be
think
down.
10 plus your dexterity modifier. I'm not exactly
Okay,
sure.
so 10 plus 2 would be 12.
A
then.
20 definitely hits. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're
But
gonna take 3
does he-
piercing damage.
Does he harm me?
Yeah, three piercing damage from
Okay.
the beer tendril, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. So I can be harmed even though I'm dead. This is interesting. This is very strange. Where do you go to if you die and you're already dead?
Go back to
Oh.
life.
Yeah, come back again. Yeah.
A concept the
Okay.
barbarian doesn't
So-
know yet.
Yes. One moment. I need a. What do I need? I
A
had rolled
D20.
Yeah, 13. And was this
A Constitution saving throw. So
My
add your
savings throw is here. Plus 5. So that would be
Alright.
18.
Yeah, you feel that something on the end of the tendril might be poisonous. You're not quite sure because it doesn't take hold in your system. But he also thrusts his glaive towards you
Aye.
with 1. And since they have advantage, that's going to be a 23.
Okay. Do I have all my points?
Yes,
Hit points? Okay.
all of your
Okay.
points.
So was it 23?
Yep.
And another 3 slashing or piercing. So
No,
that's
wait.
wait a
I'm
minute.
still rolling for damage.
Oh, jeez.
And that's going to be 5 slashing damage. And
Okay,
again,
oh, wait a minute. It was 23 to hit. Okay. I'm sorry.
yeah, 23
So
to hit.
5 plus 3, so that's 8. Okay.
Piercing damage. And I need
Yes.
you to make another Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That is only 14 this time.
14, okay. He cuts you with the glaive, and you feel the wound hurts pretty much, but that seems to be all.
Okay.
The second one is already moved over here and dashed, and now the other one will also continue his attack towards you, first with the beard, which is... Oh, that's not gonna hit, that's a 9.
Yep.
And with the glaive, that's gonna be another 19.
That hits.
So that's another only 4 slashing damage, but I need you to make another Constitution saving throw from that glaive.
Oh, natural 20.
All right, so it's just
Nice.
a... What did I say? Yeah, 4 slashing damage.
Okay.
All right, that ends their turn. Brings us to Tiala.
I'm gonna move to the one closest to me.
Okay, the one that's making its way towards you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna move behind him.
Ooh, okay.
And while I'm moving, I'm gonna turn into a big ass cave bear.
Where were you? What's your movement speed?
As bear, it's a 40.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. You still haven't reminded me yet about the bear, but I think I do have a bear. Cave bear, you said, right?
Yeah.
I gotcha.
And I'm gonna try to attack him with my bite.
Okay, yeah, then go ahead and do so.
18?
Yep, 18 hits. From the looks of it, so close up, they only seem to be wearing like nothing special. They're like very, very flamboyant and almost naked.
7 damage.
7 damage.
And I don't know if it means anything, but my claws are magical. So.
Yeah, that does mean something.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, well, my bite, so my teeth. But now I'm gonna claw him.
Mm-hmm.
With a natural 20.
Oh, so double damage die as well.
Which is 11 plus 5.
So 16.
Yep.
For this guy.
Also magical damage.
Yep. By the way, Branwolf, as they were speaking, all you heard was something telepathical as well. They didn't like speak this out,
Okay.
but only you heard this as
Okay.
they were talking basically to each other, but also directed it to you, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's it for Tiala.
Yeah.
All right, Blackwater.
I run up behind this cart, taking cover,
Mm-hmm.
and use my bonus action to load up my gun, and my main action to shoot at the closest one, confronting Tiala.
Yeah, so you even get advantage on this one, since you're flanking effectively with her.
It's a 16. Second.
16 hits.
20, 23. And 10 damage.
What are you using? Your...
My palm pistol, piercing damage.
Okay, gotcha. 10 you said, right?
10 indeed.
All right. So yeah, you shoot, but he seems to shrug off most of that pain. Doesn't even really pay attention to the wound you shot in his back.
And that's it.
All right, that brings us back to the top of the round with Threon.
I'll move forward a little.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, it's 15, 20. I think up to here. Chic. Nope, one more. And as my bonus action, I'll shout towards Branwolf. Come on, old man, show them what you got. You can still do that. And give him one of my bardic inspiration die. And we are gonna cast another 2 Eldritch Blasts towards the one that already seems a little hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they both, the first one engaged with Branwolf and the one engaged with Tiala, they both are starting to show some wounds on their skin.
It's a 13 and a 20.
Both hit.
Oh, okay.
Loincloths, man.
11,
saving some
11, 13, 17. 22 in total.
22, alright. So both of them hit. One in the back, one in the lower back. He's looking pretty bad. He's like almost crippling to the ground from both of these blows, and just kind of snarkily turns around looking to where these shots came from.
It was him. I point towards Blackwater.
That ends your turn.
Yes.
Alright, Branwolf, you're up.
Yep. So the one on top looks kind of
He looks very bad.
yeah, well, I believe I'm gonna hit him first and then turn around and
I mean, you only have one attack with that little short sword. You only have one weapon in one hand, and you're not raging or anything.
No, but
So it's just one strike.
that's all I can do. I can't strike one and change to taking the other hand and
Oh no,
strike
yeah,
again?
actually, you have the
Yeah.
extra attack
That's
thingy. Yeah.
So I could
that you can do.
theoretically,
That's
you know,
true.
just kind of strike one and then kind of do the old switcheroony.
Yeah,
The
you
old
can do that.
yeah. So we'll do that. So here we go. Trying the one on top. See if he's crippled enough to be. That is 16 plus my strength, I guess it is. That
Yeah.
would be plus 8. That's 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And oh god, what is a short sword? Is that
It's a 1d6.
1d6.
1d6 plus your strength.
And it's a +1 short sword.
Oh,
Oh,
so you
okay,
get a
so
+1 on attack
yeah,
and damage
so-
as well.
5 plus my strength. That
I mean,
brings
the
it up
+1 applies even if it's not attuned, right?
to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. It's 13 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Well, I believe I'm just going to shear off its beard and watch it ooze blood or whatever it oozes.
Yeah,
That
it
kinda-
sprays out this also blackish
nasty
kind
liquid.
of blood
Yeah, but I'm
all
not
over
going
the
to
place.
care too much about him. I'm going to switch hands and attack the one at the bottom
All
with
right.
just as much furioso, and that would be was 18 to hit.
18 hits, yep.
Oh,
Go ahead
very
and roll
good.
damage.
And another 6 plus. You said 1. That's +1.
Mm-hmm.
And that bardic inspiration, can I use it on damage as well?
No,
That's only for
just
attack rolls.
on ability
Okay.
checks, attack
Oh,
rolls, I
okay.
think.
Well,
Yeah.
then that would
Saving
be
throws even.
7 damage then.
7
It's
damage,
more-
alright. Yeah, he's still
can't-
fresh.
Can't do much more.
Okay. Then that brings us back to these bearded devils. The other one's not flanking anymore now. So he will do a beard and a glaive attack. The beard is gonna be 20. Both are 21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're going to take from the beard 7.
Okay.
No, sorry, not 7. 6 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I need another Constitution saving throw.
17.
Yep, that is enough. And the other one was 5 slashing damage from the glaive.
Okay.
As both tendrils try to get a hold of you while he stabs you with the glaive. And another Constitution saving throw
another
again.
one. My God, he's 13 plus my Constitution was what was that? Was plus 17.
17. Okay,
Yeah.
good. He also strikes you, but the wound seems to be okay so far. And the one against Tiala. It's gonna be a 19 to hit for the beard, and the
Yep.
glaive only a 9.
That misses.
So the beard is going to strike the bear for a total of 6 piercing damage as well. And I need you to make also a Constitution saving throw. As all these tendrils just shoot out against the bear.
That's only a 12?
At 12, that's just enough
Whew.
to still pass. Alright, that ends their turn. Brings us back to you, Tiala.
I'm gonna bite and hit at him again. 17 and a 19 to hit.
Both hit. Go ahead and roll damage. By the way, Brandwolf, as you cut off the first devil's tendrils and finished him off, you see him now close up, the fear in his eyes welling up, and just this utter scream that he lets out. And you see immediately his kind of visage starts to like just slump, slush, and burn away slowly until he's like just this bit of ash on the ground. And you see something, some almost like a wisp screaming in agony that just like rises up to the sky and just basically just bursts into this flame in the atmosphere. And then there's silence once more.
16 damage in total.
16 damage in total. All right. Yeah, he is looking pretty bad as well. However, that was again. Hang on. Oh yeah, non-magical, like you. No, magical, like you said.
Magical.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, magical. So Blackwater, or do you still want to do anything, Tiala?
No, I'm done.
Okay.
I run towards the one Tiala's fighting against, giving a bit of space to Frion in case he wants to shoot that one.
So not flanking anymore. No,
Well,
no, you are.
From
Yeah, you are flanking
yeah,
since
that
he
should
is
still be flanking.
basically since she's so large.
Yeah, and I just repeat the same procedure: load up my gun, shoot, hope for the best. With advantage, right?
Yeah. While you're doing this, you feel a nudge in the back of your mind, and you weren't even paying attention to it, but there is something. It's definitely the shield, but he is pissed about something, and you don't know why, but you just feel this rage and anger suddenly burning also throughout your being for a quick moment, and then it stops again.
I know I have shit to do first. Let me handle this. Let the grown-ups handle this shit. We'll get to you later.
You feel it's very one-sided. He is not even listening to anything.
Boy.
He's fine.
It's just something you basically get passively, but he seems blind and deaf to any outside source.
Probably
17 to hit.
Denizens.
17 to hit, yeah, that's enough.
And that is a 6 damage piercing.
Piercing damage. Also, so close.
Ah, goddammit. Alright.
Due to the non-magical attack. That's it?
That's it.
Alright. So, Frion, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna move closer towards Branwolf and that ugly bastard. And I'm gonna use my bonus action to move Hicks from the dead one to the one next to Branwolf.
Yep.
Give him disadvantage on wisdom.
This is.
And then I'm gonna use my dissonant whispers on him.
Oh, okay.
Whispering a discordant melody that only that creature can hear. And he must make a wisdom saving throw.
The greatest hits of Donna. The greatest hits of Donna Alfonso played back.
Played backwards. Which is going to be a straight roll since he has magic resistance and has advantage on saving throws against spells or other magical effects. That's a natural 20. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on. And I failed. On a success, takes half as much damage and doesn't move, so he still gets damaged.
Yeah. Question is how much. That's important. Apparently enough.
I don't know. 13. Do I add the damage from? Yes. No, I don't. 13 damage from that one. So half is 7, right? Right.
Yeah,
okay.
Still enough.
Go.
To kill him. How is your dissonant whisper spells killing the spirit?
Oh, he's just gonna grab onto his ear and fall to the ground and start smacking his head into the plaster stones.
All right.
Until he
While he's doing so,
moves.
he just screams and screams and screams, and you see the head slowly caving in, and out of him slowly burning away also. This soul-like wisp just ushers up and erupts into flames right before you. And the scream fades. Alright?
Good. I like that.
They can be killed.
Yeah,
Anything
that's it
else?
for me. No.
Alright. Then Branwolf.
Well... Ouch. How far is it down to the bear? To help her. Yeah, 30, I can do that.
25,
yeah, I can do that.
Wherever you want to be.
Now give me down to the 25er and I'll...
You could even like flank if you want to, somewhere back here.
Yeah, I'll do that. Because I have the 40 feet. Yeah, let me do that and then use flanking and take my attack. Oh, that's a nice one. That would be 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And a... that's only a 2, but only 10 damage.
Yeah, that's also half though, since it's not. Oh no, it's I forget. It's +1. It's a magical one.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, so yeah, so that would be...
Yeah,
It
7.
would be 11 then, yeah.
Yeah, exactly 11.
Mhm.
There you go.
Then change hands. And that is 20 to hit.
20 hits. Yep. Go and roll damage.
Oh, nice. That +1 to d6 plus strength 8. 14.
14. All right. Gotcha. So as you're
And
hacking in,
Standing still. Yeah, I'm standing still. I'm not going to
staying there. All right.
Stay there so I
Yeah.
can flank.
That brings us to his turn. As you're hacking in, he just screams out, "Wait! Wait! Don't kill me, please!
Why not?
I'm sure we can figure something out."
My God, why does he ask the barbarian, the one with no brains?
He's just asking. Well, I mean, there's
Yeah.
a big ass bear behind him as well, but
Yeah,
you're
that's true.
closest, and
Yeah.
you're hacking onto him.
But I can't do anything. I can't knock him senseless or something because my
I mean,
thing is
unless
over.
all of you want to wait, unless I mean somebody wants to like do
Who's next?
something about
Whose
it.
turns will be next? Tiala's?
Afterwards, it would be
knock him
Tiala and Blackwater.
senseless.
Yeah.
Yeah, knock him senseless, Tiala. And
All right.
then yeah.
Go ahead and strike him. Because he's just using his action to try and communicate with you.
Yeah.
That's a 22 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay.
And 9 damage.
9. Yeah, he's looking pretty bad, but still.
Okay, then I'm gonna hit him again. 13.
13 hits, yep.
Oh.
That's 8 damage.
8. All
Come
right,
on.
you want to knock him senseless.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that,
Yes.
right?
I'm not gonna kill him.
Alright.
Just
So the
knock him-
paw comes down at the back of his head while he's pleading for Branwolf, and he's just slumps off to the side.
Anything lying around in form of chains? I mean, there's all kinds of crap laying around we can tie him up with.
You want to actively search the area around here for chains?
Yeah, well, I'm standing right next to a bunch of carts and crap, and worst comes to worst, I'll take that wagon wheel and pull it over him or something. You know, just
make an investigation check.
yeah, just kind of to find something that I can tie him up with. Or
I mean, I have some
fix
rope,
some
but I don't
cords.
think it'll be of use.
I've got 18, and what do I have for investigation? Yeah, +0, 18.
18. You do find on one of the carts, there's still like 2 corpses that are kind of like just wrapped in chains off to the side of it that you can
Perfect.
easily use. Seems to be
Perfect.
normal iron.
Yeah. So I ditch the corpses, use the chains, wrap them up, and just kind of slump them next to my berry friend and see
All right.
if he wakes up or not, and kind of motion over to Freon, who's still the brains of the bunch, and to Blackwater, who's better in talking than I am.
Yeah,
'Cause
he's easy enough. You can bind him.
I learned one thing
without
in
any
hell.
issues.
In my life I talk too much, so Branwolf is not going to be participating in any big what do you call them, debates.
Where did the woman run off to?
She's still
Yes.
cowering behind the. She was back here.
I'll go
okay.
Cowering
check up
behind
on
the
her.
wagon. Right, yeah. As you come up, she kind of like looks up in fear, just saying, "Are they gone?"
We've taken care of them. Everything's fine. Are you hurt?
No, I'm just a couple of scratches, but that's all. My children seem safe.
Where did you come from?
Well, I've come up from the from one of the old bakeries Downtown, I was trying to make my way to the High Hall because that's where some of the refugees and survivors are gathering.
Downtown. Wait, where are we exactly?
Well, that depends on where you're from, I guess. I mean, this side of the city seems to be Elturel, and the High Hall that you can see over there, and she kind of points to the other side of the city that's slightly higher in its height. She says that part seems to be what's left of Horgrim's Gate, and we are in Avernus, the first layer of the Nine Hells. That's what I've was able to gather so far, looking at these beasts chasing me through the streets. Where did you come from?
Let's just say we joined in through Horgrim's Gate. Long story short.
So, do you know anything about the High Hall? Is it true?
I know
Are
of
there other
nothing.
survivors?
I know of nothing at the moment. I apologize. I cannot help you.
I see.
Do you need any supplies, or are you good to go towards the High Hall?
Well, I will certainly try and make my way there. I don't know what the plan of your troop is.
We have our own things to do. I give her 2 of my healing potions and wish her all the best of
Thank
luck.
you very much.
I hope it helps.
Are you sure you're going to find your way?
If there's any help you can offer, we would gladly take it, but
I can't offer much, but and she just looks down at both of her children. I would probably definitely feel safer with somebody who's armed around my children.
we are probably heading towards danger rather than avoiding it.
Anywhere you turn on the streets here, there is danger. There is no seeking it out currently.
Can I come over?
Yeah,
And
are you
I
still in
want
bear
to,
form?
yeah, I want to nudge Blackwater in the direction of the town hall,
The High Hall.
high hall, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess we can accompany you towards the High Hall and make sure that you get there safe and sound.
I would be in your debt.
They look normal, right? Human, not like,
Yeah,
I don't know, weird or anything.
just normal. Both of the children seem maybe about 4 or 5.
Okay.
Seem to be 2
Ooh.
boys.
Can I lie it down so the children can climb on me?
Yeah, you see, and it's a weird picture. While amidst all of these ruins and the destruction and corpses a few feet, body parts around, you see that just the simple little gesture of the bear kind of like lying down. These children suddenly seem distracted for a second where there was just fear before, and they start petting the fur and even like small little smiles that appear on their faces, just being able to forget what's around them for a couple of moments.
What about our flying elephant friend?
She's still there.
Did Lulu even? Would she have had a chance to fight, or
What
does
did she
Lulu
do during the
fight? Or
fight? Yeah.
yeah,
She kind of like hid where the others were.
Oh,
She's
okay.
like next to
she was hiding.
the woman.
So
You do
she's
see her suddenly like,
more of a guide.
oh, suddenly making like a noise, and you see she's like just suddenly lighting up with this sheer gold light and just emanating around her. Oh, I remember I can do that. That's very nice.
You can make light. Cool. Okay.
Branwolf, what do you want to do with that thing?
Well, this ember that you gave me, or what?
No,
Oh,
that thing lying in front of you.
Oh, well, this thing. Well, I kind of give it a kick that it wakes up, and I said, "Well, maybe we can get some information." It wanted to talk, so maybe you can get some information out of it. So I kind of give it a kick and see if it wakes up.
Because,
So we spared you. Speak.
well, that's not really how things work down here. We're in the hells. Word is no bond. We need to, make a
Stab you in
permanent
the eye.
seal of you sparing my life, and I will be able to give you information that you seek.
Well, we spared your life. Now give us information. Talk to my dwarven friend. He has questions for you.
It doesn't work that way, I'm afraid. I can't oblige without any sort of deal. And you seem like getting kind of like a little bit angry as well.
I kind of just take the blade of my knife and just kind of hold it towards the throat. What deal? Heads on, heads off? I don't quite understand what you're getting at.
I cannot take your word, but you spare my life, I give you information. That is the deal we agree upon, yes?
Good. We spared your life. So far, you're still alive.
But do you agree to these circumstances?
Do we agree to these circumstances, boys?
We need information that desperately.
I'm just thinking about it because I have no idea what information. What information do you think you can give us? Because
you seem like
of our own.
Yes, you seem like some new folk that recently just arrived, either with this city or some other place, and I'm sure it's hard for you newcomers to find your way around, know about the going-ons and the dealings, who's in power, who wants to be in power.
He's talking out of his ass. He's just trying to save himself.
I can tell you the reason of why this leftover piece of a mortal city might not be here in a couple days or from now on. If it's something you're searching within the city, know that it might be lost if you don't act quickly. That's all I can say, and will without a deal.
Your word, Friyoung.
Well, that information is already good enough for me. Do we need more?
Not really.
Feel free to kill him.
Okay.
Okay.
Kind of grab his tendril back and just kind of
slit his throat.
Yeah, anything else? No?
Well, wait. I can tell you how to save this city, perhaps. If that is not without a deal. And you see he's like kind of fighting himself almost in a way.
This is our deal. You tell, I don't slit your throat. That's the deal. You don't tell, I slit your throat.
It must be formal. Nothing here is worth anything without any sort of formality. You are in the hells, mortal. We do things the right way.
Okay. I take my hand, I spit on it, slap him in his face. So, that's formality enough for you. There you go. That's a deal.
Are you willing to take and do the deal? It's just a simple yes or no question.
I slit his throat. Fuck this. I'm not going to be...
All right.
Okay, that's it.
He just screams, but you slit his throat, and the same happens.
Yeah.
His body turns to ash, and a wisp turns to embers.
More. Experience points are worth more than anything else. Bullshit. I'm a dead barbarian. I'm not going to start talking anything. I don't even know if my wounds are going to stay or anything. I have no idea. I'm not bleeding, I guess. I have no idea. What
Exactly. You're missing information.
I'm missing information, but I'm not going to get it from some devil. I don't think so.
So we might want to hurry. I shout towards Alton and Tiala.
Yeah.
Hurry.
Yeah, there's probably something true that something might be happening or shifting, plane shifting or something like that. And
yeah,
anyways,
while all of you are
get
talking,
this young lady upwards to her.
you feel the same rumbling sensation again, and the whole city suddenly. You all get this familiar feeling. Well, familiar, not really. Well, you did fly before on your giant eagles, of suddenly dropping a couple of feet, and the whole city just sinks in and is pulled further down. This half of it, and you all fall to the ground. Buildings crumbling to the side, and it's now slightly a bit more angled the other way than it was before, and it all slowly but surely comes to rest again. And the children just kind of like claw at their mother, just saying, "Not again, mommy."
It's only our part where we are on.
From the looks of it, you're just thinking that your side was the one that tilted down, but probably the whole city.
Yeah.
Or the
yeah,
whole
we might want to move
Tiala
quickly.
nudged us towards the city hall, didn't she? Did she say that's where should
we
bring or that's where the we should
wants to go.
Let's at least bring her up there, and then we can.
What's at the city hall?
I have no idea. I guess that's where her safe haven is.
Apparently, safety. Yeah.
And then we can maybe rest up and plan before things start to shift again.
We have no time to plan.
Is the gate still there?
Still seems to be there, the small little rift.
What if she leaves through the rift?
Oh, that's true. Good one.
What rift are you talking about?
Someone explain it to her. I'm too stupid.
I point towards the visual.
I don't know it because you guys. I wouldn't know it anyways.
You're not.
You might be able to get out of here.
Are you serious? Like leave this godforsaken place?
Maybe, yes.
Take your kids, run through the gate.
Tell the nice lady at the entrance that Tiala sent them. Sent you, actually.
All right.
And say Lulu says hi.
And say Lulu says hi. Yes.
I wouldn't. I don't know that.
No, it's a good idea.
but I wouldn't know that. But
you were my consciousness for a second. Thank you.
Yeah. Somehow I was in your consciousness for.
Or do we need to make a deal for that to happen first?
With the mother?
I don't do any dealings. No,
she's
and you
real.
shouldn't. You shouldn't either.
She's real. No. She's not a devil. Yeah, she's real. But a good thinking. Good thinking.
Well, in this case, what you should know, it seems like Elturel and Horgrim's Gate have been merged into one, or whatever. This side of the city seems to be worse off, which is why I was trying to make my way to the High Hall. Apparently, some other survivors that either haven't died yet after the cities were drawn to the hells, or have died since the arrival then, are gathering up there. And it seems like apparently Alder Ravengard from Horgrim's Gate is kind of leading the last line of defense and trying to defend what's left of the people. So, and also be on the lookout for hoarders. People have turned very foul and sour since they've arrived here and have been stockpiling provisions. But thank you for this opportunity. And she like hands you back the 2 healing potions, Blackwater. You're probably going to need these more than me if you plan on staying here. Are you sure you don't want to return as well?
Well, we could take you to the rift, and in
Wait a
case we
minute.
slip and
have,
fall.
We
You guys
have
came
one more
through
thing to do.
there, and we can go through there. I could get back there. Could I get back alive? No.
Well,
If
no,
you guys
but-
feel like it, you can
farewell,
all
she
go.
says,
Yeah.
and she just like as she
Yeah.
approaches, the rift opens, and she just with the 2 children of hers, and she vanishes.
And the rift?
And you
Still
see
stays.
the rift is kind of like closing in again, fizzles shortly, and vanishes as well. And that's where we're gonna continue
Oh.
next week.
Ah, what a cliffhanger, folks! What a cliffhanger! Wow. We said goodbye to Don Alfonso. We welcome back the big-ass barbarian, the dumbass barbarian, who's not as dumb as he used to be, much older. And we had fun. Good story, DM.
All right. Well,
Leon, did you just close our only opportunity to get back?
let's
I
see
didn't close anything.
when or
You wanted to come
if
through.
you're
You
ever
offered
going
You
to
to
get
didn't want to
back
go
out.
back now. I mean, you were the one. Oh no, we're gonna stay here.
We're here to
we
save
zoom
my
out
parents.
in a nice little perspective
zoom
as the
out.
party
Come
of the
on.
undecided
Yeah. Where's
stands
the bear?
in front of the bear took out, just looking in the direction
Yeah.
of where they wanted to head down the road.
That should be the name of the episode. Where's the bear?
Where's the bear?
Beautiful.
All right. Well, thank you
Okay.
for listening and watching. Be
Yes.
sure to leave a like and follow. Be sure to leave a review on iTunes. We love those. Tell us what you
Yes.
think, and we will hear each other again next week in hell.
It's good to be back. Cheerio.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.